All right. Welcome back, YouTube, and everybody on the call. So, thanks for being here. Before we start, let's ask for blessings. So, just want you to put your hands over your heart, closing the eyes. To the divine supreme God, divine Father, divine Mother, to all the great, great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. To my spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Sui, Lord Mahaguru Jumelang, to our sacred teams, Mother Earth, all the plant medicines, to our higher souls, our divine selves, we humbly ask for your divine blessings, love, kindness, compassion, for divine illumination, divine oneness, abundance of prosperity, inner healing and physical healing, for the inner strength to continue with our spiritual practices, for divine assistance, divine soothing healing energies, divine guidance, divine protection. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and in full faith, so it is. Okay. So I think what would be helpful to talk about today is let's talk about self-care. And I think that there's many spiritual people out there, many people doing sound baths, energy healing, all these different types of things that talk about self-care. And some of this may, if you've heard some of that before, it may be a repeat or potentially maybe even something new for you. So one of the things that I think is important to understand when it comes to self-care, and something that the way my teacher, Master Cho Sui, and the other teacher in my life, Master Ko, talk about, is that when it comes to self-care, it needs to be balanced with service for others. So one way you can look at this, if we look at the chakras, for example, or if you don't know what chakras are, the energy centers, the swirling, basically the energy centers that are different swirling spots in the body. So there's the crown, there's the ajna, the throat, the heart, the midsection, which is solar plexus, the navel underneath, and the sex chakra, where the reproductive organs are, base of the spine, basic chakra. This is something we talk about in pranic healing, which is actually shows a deeper truth, which is that there's actually more than 7 chakras. I think most people who have been exposed to any kind of spiritual teachings, most people are aware of the 7 chakra model, and it is true and it is helpful. However, there are deeper truths to that. There are actually at least 11 major chakras. So in pranic healing, or even just in general, one of the things to be aware of is that you can. I'm trying to think. I might be going too far with people who are just totally new to this stuff. Okay, so let's talk. Let me back up out of the energy healing portion. So when it comes to self-care and helping others, like I mentioned in the beginning, that has to be balanced. So very similar to breathing. If I were to say to you, breathe out, and then keep breathing out, keep breathing out, keep breathing out, and then you tried to keep breathing out, at some point you would need to breathe in. Same thing as if you're always trying to breathe in. At some point, as you're taking in air, there's going to be a point where it's going to be too much, you're going to be too full, and you have to breathe out. This is the very same thing when it comes to balancing self-care and helping others. Self-care would be synonymous with breathing in, taking in, receiving, and doing things for ourselves. Helping others is breathing out. We're sharing, we're giving, we're helping others with whatever situation there is. So if we are in a situation where maybe we have this tendency to always give and always share and always be helping at the expense of ourselves, there's going to be a point where we're going to burn out, and it's going to get to this place where it's too much for us. Our nervous system isn't going to be able to handle it, and we're going to just feel this sense of overwhelm and burnout. On the opposite side of the spectrum, if you are always just focusing on self-help, receiving only about you, at some point, if you keep doing that for long enough and only that, it will turn into narcissism. It will turn into like, screw everyone else, it's only about me. So both of those extremes are not necessarily a good thing to do. It needs to be balanced. And one of the ways that my teacher suggests is that we should give a lot. We should be helping people and maybe doing things like tithing, charity, helping people out when we can, giving a certain percentage of our time and our money and our energy to people every single month. And beyond that, we should also make sure that we don't neglect ourselves in that process. So in terms of like the chakras, it would be like a very big heart chakra. The heart chakra is the chakra for love for others. So a very big heart chakra, giving out to others, giving, like helping, tithing, charity, all these things. And then also having a fairly big solar plexus. The solar plexus is also the chakra for self-love, the chakra for like passion, courage, all these different things. These are the positive aspects of that chakra. And basically you want like the good balance, from what I understand, is to have a very big heart chakra and then have a slightly smaller solar plexus. Not so shrunken in that it's like you never do anything for yourself, but you balance it. When it comes to things like charity or tithing, I find it to be really helpful to budget my time and budget how much even like I'm giving. So for example, if I give money to charity every month, the recommendation that I've been given that I found to be very helpful is you say, okay, 10% of my income is for God, is for charity, is for helping all these people in need, feeding the homeless, whatever. And maybe a certain number of hours every week, I will limit myself. So maybe 3 to 4 hours a week. That's my max. I will just do things for free for people. I will go and I'll volunteer my time. I'll help friends out. I'll help family, all these different things. And really starting to set boundaries of like, and this isn't like a hard rule, like only 4 hours kind of thing, but it's like setting boundaries for yourself, like what makes the most sense. Can I realistically spend 24 hours a day just helping others and neglecting myself in the process? Probably not. And thinking about how much time I can start to spend to help others in all these processes. There's always going to be people that need help. There's always going to be people around us that might need help. And it's good to spend some amount of time doing that, but then also being aware of when it becomes too much and then setting a boundary and holding it. Like, okay, yes, I can spend this amount of time helping you out, and I need to make sure that I allocate or budget out or figure out like things that I need to do for myself. Maybe it's things like I need to make sure, like for myself, this is how I operate, is like I need to make sure I go to the gym every day. I need to make sure I do my meditation, make sure I'm eating healthy and taking care of my body so that I have enough energy to be of service for other people that need help, so that I can show up for myself, like show up to things like this and be in the right state of mind and have the right amount of energy so that I can provide for others. If I completely neglect myself, then it would be very hard for me to show up for things like this or even to help other people, because I'd be coming from a state of an empty cup versus like my cup of water here. Like if I fill this up, like, okay, like a certain amount of water that goes into this cup is for taking care of my physical body, maybe doing physical exercise, eating well, those kinds of things, getting enough sleep. And then there's like also my emotional needs. Am I doing my meditation practices? Am I releasing negative emotions as they come up and processing and learning? Am I making sure there's enough time for social activity and things like that, and filling my own cup? And then from there, once my cup is full, that can overfill and spill over to help others. And it's much easier when we come from a place of abundance and prosperity to help others. Any questions about any of that from people on the call? And you can feel free to speak up or write in the chat.
Thank you. That was really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Okay. So one of the other things I find that comes up when it comes to self-care, and I think that we all experience this to some level, and I think it's a natural thing to experience this just in our daily life. It could, like, no matter what it is, we can experience these things. And what this is when we make mistakes, or we say overgive and find ourselves in this state of burnout, or we feel like we're just stretched too thin. For some people, there's a tendency to start to attack themselves. And talking about myself in these cases, this is what I've done and what I've seen other people do as well, where it's almost like I made this mistake of overgiving, and now I'm upset with myself because I overgave, and I maybe crossed a boundary that I have for myself, or I have basically harmed myself in a way that made it so I couldn't do what I needed to do outside of whatever it is I was doing for this person. Or maybe even just making mistakes in general, whether it be harming others intentionally or unintentionally. Maybe we get upset or frustrated with somebody and we say something out of anger, and it's like, oh crap, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Or whatever it might be. I think that especially when we're in states of overgiving, that can happen sometimes. So if that's happening, there are some things we can do to address that. I think that when it comes to self-attacks, anger, resentment, getting upset with ourselves, there's a few things to be aware of when we experience these things. The first thing is to bring awareness to it. Bring awareness to what it is we view as a mistake. Recognize it, understand it, and go, okay, like, this was a mistake. This is what happened. These are the actions, the thoughts, the emotions that I had or I did during these moments. And ask yourself, what can I do differently if I'm in that situation again? What actions, what thoughts, what words can I say or do or think that will be better in those situations? I think for many people, it's easy to have kind of 20/20 vision when we're looking back on certain things. And this is really, like, it actually is kind of a blessing in a way, because we can look at that and then we can learn from it and go, okay, like, I didn't know this at the time, or even if I did know it, I made this mistake. So I recognize it. I understand that this is probably what would be a better choice to do. So next time, if I'm in a similar situation, I'm going to instead try to catch myself and take a different path and do a different thing. It's natural to feel angry with ourselves and be upset. So one of the things to remember is to have grace with ourselves, have forgiveness, and understand that we are all souls growing and evolving. And in order for us to grow and evolve, it requires us to make mistakes. And through making these mistakes, we can then have the opportunity to learn from those mistakes and grow and evolve. So one of the things that I would say is the most important thing when it comes to releasing emotions, letting things go, all of those things, letting go of anger, letting go of resentment, sadness, even traumas or whatever it might be, the first thing to recognize is that none of those emotions, those thoughts, are you. So the way that we can kind of show this, this is a teaching that my teacher, Master Ko and Master Chokok Sui, have said many times, which is kind of the I am affirmation to show who we really are. And the way that we kind of go through this is, let's say I were to ask you, move your arm, move your left arm. And they say you move your left arm. And then I say, okay, well, who moved your left arm? And you'd probably say, oh, I moved my left arm. And then I could say, feel an emotion, feel happy, feel angry, feel sad, joy, whatever it is. Who's feeling those emotions? And you might say, well, I'm feeling those emotions. And now if I said, think of an apple, think of a car, a tree, who's thinking of those things? The apple, the car, the tree. I'm thinking of those things. I'm the one moving the body. I'm feeling the feelings. I'm thinking of the thoughts. Who's the I in all those situations? Is the I the mover, the feeler, the thinker, or is it something deeper? So this is really to get you to think and to understand and remember, really remember who you really are, which is you are none of these things. You're not this body. I'm not the emotions. I'm not the thoughts. I'm not even the mind. The mind is just a subtle instrument of the soul. I am the soul. I am the mover of this body, the feeler of my feelings, the thinker of my thoughts. But I am none of those things. Very similar to a musician who goes up to a piano and they either make music or noise depending on their skill level. Any of those sounds that that person makes is not the person. It's just the thing that they are creating in those moments. So even the piano is not the musician. The musician is just using the piano, its instrument, to create either sound, music, or noise. Another example would be like a carpenter making a table or a chair or something. The carpenter is not the table, they're not the chair. They're just the person creating those things. They're using tools, most likely tools, to create a table and create a chair or whatever it is they're doing. It's the same thing with our soul. Our soul is using this physical body, this vehicle, this physical body to move the body, to feel our feelings, and to think thoughts in order for us to interact with other people in this physical reality and for us to learn and grow and evolve. So, why is this important to know? The reason this is important to know is that when we disidentify ourselves with our emotions and our thoughts, it gives it less power over us. When we go, this is not these emotions are not me, I'm just feeling these right now, it's much different than I am angry. So the difference between I'm angry versus I'm feeling angry. I'm sad versus I'm feeling sad. I'm upset versus I'm feeling upset. Do you kind of hear the difference in that? Where it's like, I'm saying things like I'm angry identifies you as somebody who's angry. It can have a tendency to identify you as a person who might always be angry, or at least kind of feel like it's always going to be this way. Versus when you say stuff like, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling upset, it more so points to like, okay, in this moment, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm experiencing. This may not be forever. It might feel like it's forever in those moments, but it won't be forever. It's just something that I'm experiencing right now. We all go through ups and downs throughout our lives, sometimes feeling joy, sometimes feeling upset, depending on what's going on in our life. And everything is subject to change, and it will kind of come in and out of things as we go through our life. So let's make this a little more real. We'll do a little experiment. And what I'd like you to do is just reflect or think about times you've made mistakes in the past. Times you've done things that maybe you didn't mean to do or didn't want to do, or even intentionally or unintentionally you did certain things that maybe made a mistake. And I just want you to ask a simple question. Out of 10, how angry do I feel at myself about making these mistakes? And for those of you on the call, you can just write in the chat, out of 10, it doesn't matter, like any mistake you can think of, like how angry do you feel towards yourself about whatever it is? Just out of 10, where do you think you're at? Just so we can get a baseline of where you're at before we do this exercise and see if anything's changed. Okay, so 7. Six, okay. Okay, so have that number in your head. 4, good. Okay. So have that number in your head. You can just kind of set it aside for now. We're just going to do a short forgiveness exercise to forgive ourselves and to see if we can let some of this go. And I think the first thing, this is going to be a very potentially obvious question, but I just want to ask you, do you want to let this anger go? Do you want to heal from this resentment, this anger, whatever it is you feel towards yourself? Definitely. Okay, good. Okay, so let's just do a quick exercise, see what happens. We'll see if the number changes. So what I want you to do is put your hands over your heart and close your eyes. And just imagine about 10, 15 feet away, you're looking at yourself, this version of you that made these mistakes. And just verbally repeat after me. Namaste. And out loud, verbally. So namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. Namaste. Now just imagine yourself, this version of you that you're looking at, turning into brilliant light. After all, we're forgiving this part of ourselves, the soul, not the body. And again, verbally say, Namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. We are all children of God. We are all growing and evolving. Evolution involves time, process, and lots of mistakes. I've had my share of mistakes and learned from them. So can you. I wish you the same. May God's peace and love be with my soul, and may God's peace and love be with this version of me. That's this soul. So now I want you to be aware of 4 spots: the lower back, the main chakra, the upper back heart chakra, the crown, and a brilliant light floating just above the crown. So put your awareness on the lower back, breathing out. Breathing in through the nose, awareness on the lower back, bringing awareness up to the upper back, breathing in, up to the crown, breathing in, up to the light, breathing in and hold, and letting it go through the mouth. And verbally say, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. And for any mistakes, any harm I have done, I'm truly sorry, and I humbly ask for your forgiveness. And just leave your awareness on that light above, allowing the emotions to transform and release. Okay, we'll do that again. So awareness on the lower back, breathing in through the nose, bringing it up to the upper back, breathing in, up to the crown, breathing in, up to the light, and hold. And letting it go through the mouth. Verbally say, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. And for any harm, any mistakes, I humbly ask for your forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. And I forgive myself. And just leave your awareness on that light above your head, allowing the emotions to transform from anger, resentment, into calmness, into peace, into love and compassion. Okay, we'll do that one last time. So awareness on the lower back, breathing in through the nose, bringing it up to the upper back, breathing in, up to the crown, breathing in, up to the light, breathing in and hold, and letting it go through the mouth. And verbally say, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. And for any mistakes, any harm that I have caused, in however way I have caused it, I'm truly sorry. I humbly ask for your forgiveness. And I forgive myself. And just open your hands at the chest, palms facing outwards, and just verbally say, may you be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. May you also learn from your mistakes and spiritually grow. And for all the harm that I may have caused, in however way I have caused it. I'm truly sorry, and I humbly ask for your forgiveness, and I forgive myself. May we both spiritually evolve and spiritually grow. May we both be blessed. May you be completely forgiven. Go in peace. I completely release you. Namaste. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Okay, open your eyes and look at me and just do this and say, cut, cut, cut. Okay. I'm curious, for those of you on the call, and if you're on YouTube, write in the comments below, what's the number at now? Did the number change? What would you say it's at? Three. Okay. So from a 7 to a 3, from a 6 to a 4. Good. I would highly recommend, okay, from a 4 to a 2, that's great. So I would highly recommend going back on YouTube, repeating this exercise until it's a 0. And you can also do this for other people as well. So just kind of repeating the same exercise, but just imagining somebody else. I would say one of the biggest blockages when it comes to inner peace is holding on to anger towards other people. So going through this exercise, making a list of all the people, and writing out the number, here's how angry I feel, repeating the exercise until it gets down to a 0, and then moving on with your life. And you might find that as you reduce that list from however many people it is down to ideally no people, you might find that a lot of your life will actually change in a very positive way. So I think that's what I want to share about that. So I highly encourage you to repeat this exercise as many times as you like. You could go on the YouTube video and check it out. Okay, so let's shift into, well, any questions for anyone on the call before I move out of that? Okay. Glad it was helpful. Good. Awesome. Okay. So let's move into the sound energy healing. And really there's really only one or two things that are really important to be aware of when it comes to being in these kinds of things. I would say the most important thing to remember is to relax, allow, and receive. The more that you relax, allow, and receive, the better all of the healing is going to work for you. It's a natural tendency of the body to tense up when we feel negative emotions, negative thoughts, even discomfort or feelings of uncomfortable or whatever it might be. It's a natural tendency when we experience those things to then kind of tense up and kind of try to protect ourselves from whatever it is we're feeling. The problem with that is that when we allow our body to just do that and tense up, whether it's from an emotion, a thought, or just a sensation that we're feeling, that tension will actually hold in the energies that we're trying to release, the emotions, the thoughts, all those different things. So through relaxation, we actually allow more of it to release, and more healing can occur in our body. So one hack that I like to give everybody is, if you start to experience these things, say it's like a clenched jaw or you're feeling angry, or you're having a bunch of thoughts, chaotic mind, or maybe you're clenching your fists or whatever it might be, just silently say to yourself, I allow, and then whatever the thing is you're experiencing. So if it's a clenched jaw, I allow this clenched jaw. If it's anger or sadness or whatever it might be, I allow this anger. I allow this sadness. If it's a chaotic mind or a bunch of thoughts, I allow these thoughts. I allow the chaotic mind. I allow. And for most people, just by giving yourself permission to feel and experience those things will then simultaneously allow you to then relax and know that it is okay to experience those sensations, emotions, thoughts, whatever it is. So I allow, and then the thing. Throughout the ceremony, throughout the sound energy healing, sound pranic healing, there'll be a lot of different sounds that I'm playing. And all of these things may elicit, kind of by design, they may elicit different emotions, different thoughts to come up. And this is normal. Sometimes people feel common things that people experience, I would say, is they notice hot sensations, cold sensations, they notice tension, different emotions are coming up, maybe different visions they'll see, or maybe the body starts to sweat, or you feel the need to cry or laugh or scream or whatever it might be. And if any of this stuff does come up, it's totally normal. And just know that it's okay to feel those things, and it's okay to just let them out and release them and let them go. And again, I know I've repeated myself like 10 times now, but again, like the most important thing will just be to allow. I allow, and then the thing. Okay, so I think we can get started. So if you're ready, I just invite you to either get comfortable seated or to lay down, and we will start in just a moment. Okay. So just inviting you to close the eyes if you haven't done so already. We're going to do a few slow, deep breaths together. So breathing in through the nose, expanding the belly like a balloon, and holding, and letting it go through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, expanding the belly like a balloon, and holding, and letting it go through the mouth. One last one, breathing in through the nose and letting it go. Allowing the breath to return to normal with the eyes still closed. I want you to imagine, sense, feel, or see this violet light is washing over your entire body. And this violet light is entering into every part of your being, saturating the blood, the bones, all the organs. Every cell in your body is saturated in violet light. And just allowing, relaxing, and letting go. brilliant light floating just above your head. Be aware of the gap between the thoughts. Be aware of the gap between the emotions. Be aware of the stillness at the top of your breath, the stillness at the bottom of your breath. Be aware of that brilliant light the stillness in that brilliant light. Be still. Be aware. And let go. Let go. Let go. Be still. Be aware. And let go. Gently coming back to the body. Gently coming back, keeping the eyes closed. Gently coming back. We're going to do some light cleansing and energizing. Be aware of your crown chakra, the top of your head. The divine energy from God is coming down, 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 and entering into your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is deeply and thoroughly cleansed of all negative energies. Silently say, my crown chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Bringing awareness to the Ajna chakra, the place between the eyebrows. The brilliant divine light is entering into your Ajna chakra. Silently say, my Ajna chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Bringing the awareness down to the throat chakra. The brilliant divine light is cleansing your throat chakra. Silently say, my throat chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Now bringing awareness to the back heart chakra, the upper back. The brilliant divine light is cleansing your back heart chakra. Silently say, my back heart chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and healthy. Bringing awareness to your front solar plexus chakra, the place between the ribs. The divine energy is cleansing your front solar plexus chakra. Silently say, my front solar plexus chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Bringing awareness to the back solar plexus chakra, the mid-back. The brilliant divine energy is cleansing your back solar plexus chakra. Silently say, my back solar plexus chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Bringing awareness to the navel chakra, the place where your belly button is located. The brilliant divine light is cleansing your navel chakra. Silently say, my navel chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. And bring awareness to the sex chakra, the place where the pubic bone is located. Silently say, my sex chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Your entire spine is deeply and thoroughly cleansed. Bringing awareness to the basic chakra at the base of your spine. Silently say, my basic chakra is filled with luminous white light. It is cleansed, energized, and it is healthy. Bringing awareness to the bottom of your feet, the soul chakras. Silently say, my soul chakras are filled with luminous white light. They are cleansed, energized, and healthy. And just be receptive. We'll do a little deeper cleansing. Just silently saying, yes, I, the soul, am super receptive, super conductive to all the blessings, all the divine blessings. Lord God, thank you. Just be aware, be still, be receptive. Bringing awareness back to the whole body, coming back to the body, inviting you to wiggle the hands and fingers, feet and toes, and slowly and gently opening the eyes and returning back to a seated position. Okay, hopefully everyone's feeling better. Let's quickly ground and do a little bit of movement so I don't leave you with energy congestion. So just point your hands, palms facing downwards towards the ground, and just silently follow along with me. May Mother Earth, imagine light going down deep in the earth from the base of your spine, bottom of your feet, and silently follow along. May Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. May Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, rejuvenated, and revitalized. Blessings be to our beloved Mother Earth. May Mother Earth be blessed with good air, good water, and good earth. Blessings be to our beloved Mother Earth. Okay, just want to invite you to stand up. We'll do a little bit of movement. So just standing up. I just want you to massage your face. Just tapping the top of the head, going back. Top of the head, going back. Tapping down to the chest. The stomach area. Just tap, tap, tap. The right side liver. Tapping the left side, the spleen. Tapping the whole abdomen area. Tapping one of the arms, going down on the outside. Coming back up, tapping the armpit. Tapping the other arm, going down on the outside. Coming back up on the inside. The armpit a little bit. And tap the mid back. Going down to the low back. Around the hips. Going down one of the legs, all the way down. And then all the way back up. Going down the other leg, going all the way down. Coming back up. And just shake the body out. Just shake, shake, shake. All right, that should be good. If you want to sit down again. Okay. So, a couple quick announcements. For everybody on YouTube, please like, subscribe, follow me. I do these every second and fourth Saturdays of the month from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I would love to see you live, support you, or just see you in the comments and see you participating. Outside of that, I offer services one-on-one to offer personalized healings if you ever want to go deeper in this sort of thing. And I also do group ceremonies where we go a little bit more in depth, and it's in person. We do cacao, sound, and pranic healing. Very similar to how this ceremony is set up, but just a little more in depth, a little deeper healings. Those are in person. If you're ever in Minneapolis, you want to join those. Those are on the first and third Fridays of the month from 6 to 8 p.m. All the links will be in the description down below, or if you have my link tree, it's all there. So highly encourage you to check that out. But other than that, let's just say a quick closing prayer, and we'll be on our way. So put your hands over your heart. To the divine supreme God, divine Father, Mother, to all the great, great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. To my spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Sui, Lord Mahaguru Jumelang, to our sacred teams, Mother Earth, all the plant medicines, to our higher souls or divine selves. Thank you all for your priceless blessings. Thank you for all that you do. We're so, so grateful. Thank you. With thanks and in full faith, so be it, and so it is. Thank you. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, YouTube.